It's not a tubeless. Let's get on topic. Hey everybody, it's Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bitches don't know how to act.
Yeah.
All right, enough of that.
We didn't even plan that one.
No, we didn't. That was just kind of off the top stuff, from the cuff. So anyways, yes, I'm Thomas. You're watching with Get Out Arizona. You're watching another episode of Toolbox Topic, and I'm with my co-host, Brandon Van Leuven.
Hi.
How the hell are you?
Peachy.
Awesome. And once again, we're coming to you from Trek Bicycle Store, West Phoenix in Goodyear, Arizona, as always, because there's no better place to do these. This is great. So, Brandon, we're talking about tubeless. It's not a tubeless.
And tubed.
And tubed. So we're going to be talking about tires today, guys, in case you haven't figured that one out yet by what we have on the counter and, you know, my ham-hearted segue into talking about that. Tube tires, tubeless tires. We're going to talk about the pros and cons. We're going to talk about the different styles of tires, everything like that. What might work for Arizona and the Southwest region might not work for your region. We'll talk a little bit about that. And we'll talk about maintenance as far as that, because believe it or not, there is some maintenance. So let's dive right in. So we have a couple different mountain biking tires. As you can see, this first one's made by Bontrager. This is a tubeless tire, which requires a tubeless rim. And Brandon, while I'm showing these off, you can tell them the difference between a tubeless rim and a non-tubeless rim.
The tubeless rim works in conjunction with a tubeless ready tire. The actual bead of the tire fits nice and snug into the hook of that rim, so they are they were made for each other. We like to parallel that to like a Ziploc bag. The two parts interlock, and that interlock is what makes it safe and what makes it functional.
I like functional with my interlocking parts. Yeah, anyways, that's going to go bad really quick. So as you can see, like the first couple were Bontrager, and I didn't want to interrupt Brandon. Both made for mountain biking, both tubeless. We have a Maxxis High Roller. I actually use the Maxxis Ardens. Maxxis is my tire of choice, but there's dozens out there to choose from.
Lots of choice.
As far as that goes.
What I brought out here was just an example of like the tires that we sell the most of and are asked for the most and work well in our conditions.
Yeah, good cross section, and there are, you know, a lot of customers are happy with that Bontrager, and I think at some point it just comes down to personal preference too, and your riding style. What tread pattern are you looking for? Are you looking for more of a sidewall strength or an overall strength and stability on that? So, all right. So next we actually have some tubes that would go in to your tubeless tires, which we'll be talking about here moving this way along. And, you know, you have your standard issue, you know, road bike tire. You have one that is self-sealing, and this is going to be more towards a gravel bike type tube. And then you have the almighty mountain bike tube, which also comes preloaded with goo inside.
One does not come, that one is 5 times thicker.
This is a 5 times thicker,
These
so this is
all
resistant.
relatively the same size in a tube, but you can see the difference in protection in there.
Gotcha.
That's the Magnum.
The Magnum, of course. Why wouldn't it be called the Magnum? God, I just can't wait till we get banned from YouTube. Inappropriate content. Now, as far as the self-sealing one and everything like that, and this one just being 5 times thicker, you could actually go the extra mile if you wanted to and add like slime or some type of thing in there to really do that. So, and this is what you would find in your traditional tubes tire, which, you know, back when they were made out of wood and then solid rubber, and then they had tubes in them, you know, is the natural progression and everything. So different sizes, again, different, they're going to serve different purposes depending on what you want, how much protection you want, what kind of weight savings you're looking for, because all of this adds up. Now, Continental, in my opinion, makes the best tubed tire for the road. The Gator Skin is just absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. It gives you a good blend of protection, and it's still a decent riding tire. There is a bit of a sacrifice in the ride quality, but for where we are here with the amount of flats we get on the road,
right?
I feel like a lot of people come back again and again for the Gator Skins for the protection that they provide.
For what they got, yeah. So, and I mean, if you want a softer, more comfortable ride, sure, you could go with something else. But in my opinion, sack up. Don't be a puss. Just get the goddamn gator skins, okay? Call it good. Enjoy your ride. Spend more time riding than you are repairing flats. That's the way I look at it. So, but no, seriously. Continental, I've ridden Continental for decades, I can say at this point, which is horrible because I'm dating myself, but I think they are superior as far as that goes. Now, this is another Continental tire. This is a tubeless tire.
Tubeless, those are the 5000s.
Right.
Definitely a higher performance tire than the gator skins. They are more supple. They lack a little bit of that protection that the gator skin provides, but the ride quality is definitely enhanced with this one.
So yeah, and I've read a bunch of reviews on it. I haven't personally ridden this tire, but I've read a bunch of reviews, and yes, this is one of the tops. And again, we're showing you the tires that, you know, not only customers ask for the most here at the bike shop, because that should say something as far as if they keep coming back for it, it must be working good.
Exactly.
But also based on research and articles and stuff that I've read on tires themselves. I cannot stress enough, dozens of manufacturers to suit dozens of riders' needs and stuff. So don't blow us up down in the comments. This one's better or that one's better. It's like, you know, which one's better, Canon or Sony or Mac or PC? Well, which we know the answer to that one. No, joking, guys. So now we have, you know, a gravel bike. Those are road bike tires, and now we have a couple offerings from the gravel bike, and we have a Bontrager and we have a Panaracer. Now, other than tread design, and these are both tubeless.
They're both tubeless.
What would be the differences between these two tires?
Between these two, I find, well, first of all, I have to admit, I have never ridden the Panaracer.
Okay.
But
Now, the guys ride them here at the shop, though, right?
The guys in the shop
Yeah.
ride the Panaracers. I feel like from what they've said, this one has a great versatility for on-road and off-road, as far as it's very efficient on-road, and when you get off-road, they still feel supple and they still feel good. My experience with the GR1s are they don't feel very good on-road, but when you get them off-road, they're exceptional.
Exceptional.
Very, very good.
Okay.
But my gravel rides tend to be almost maybe 60% road before I get to the gravel.
Okay.
So I need something that's just a little more efficient on the road until I get to the gravel.
Gotcha.
But
And that
both
makes
are
sense.
fantastic tires, tubeless ready, and once again, people keep coming back for them. So I know
more
there's something.
importantly.
I know there's something there.
Yeah, word on the street as far as that goes is a pretty powerful thing. So, and you know, unless you're on Twitter and you're still believing that there was election fraud. No, I'm joking, guys. I couldn't resist joking. I know.
There it goes.
I know. All right, so now we have the Bontrager and we have the stands, and this is actually the liquid that you would put inside your tubeless tires.
Tubeless ready system, yes.
Now, you know, between YouTube and write-ups and stuff like that, you have people saying all you need is 2 ounces, no matter what size tire you're riding, or 4 ounces, or whatever the case may be. What's the truth on there, Brandon? Is there a variable? Do you put more inside a mountain bike tire than you would a road tire? Give us the skinny on
Definitely.
that.
There is a formula to
Okay.
how much you should put in for the size of the tire. I am of the thought here that a little more is better.
Okay.
A little more is a little more.
Now, I put 4
and it
ounces
will
in
not
my
go to
mountain bike
waste.
tires as far as that goes. So,
Yep, it
and then-
will not go to waste.
No.
And the way in Arizona, the way it dries up so quickly in the summertime, you know, a little more is not gonna. It's not gonna hurt.
Right.
You might find that when it gets really hot here, I might have to put new stuff in. You know, within 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
So that's pretty quick.
It is, and I typically check mine once a month in Arizona in the summer months, and I look at summer months as far as May through the end of September, pretty much, because at that point we're seeing 100-degree highs during the day, and as summer goes on, we're actually seeing 100 degrees at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So they definitely take a beating. Now, other than checking, you know, your fluid level, essentially, is there any other maintenance suggestions you might have for people at home as far as who have tubeless tires, or anything for people who are still using tubed, get with the goddamn program, buy a flat screen, okay? And they're thinking about making the switch to tubeless tires?
Air pressure is still just the one basic thing that hasn't changed over the years.
Okay.
Whether you're tubeless or tubed, just make sure your tubes, or your tire overall are within the specified limits prescribed on the sidewall of the tire.
Should people be buying Cush cores? He hates a Cush core. I had to say it. No.
It works very well for some people.
I'm a dick. Like I said, you know, hey, I don't know what I'd be doing if I didn't have him here as my counterbalance. So, Be clubbing baby seals or something. So, so yeah, tire pressure. You know,
Tire pressure is still the thing that we see lead to the most amount of problems on the trail.
Okay.
If you have to run too low of air pressure, you're gonna flatten in a tube. And then if you're running too low air pressure on a tubeless system, you run the risk of hitting rocks and stuff with your rim and denting your rim. So keep that air pressure
okay,
within the limits.
And times have changed, folks. I mean, I remember riding road; it was 120 psi, and bing, you know. And now, where in some cases you still are running high pressure, but a lot of systems have gone to high volume, low pressure. So instead of feeling that low frequency chatter, smooths it out.
Smooths it out.
It's nice and
Exactly.
smooth.
There's
just like towel-y. Don't forget to bring a towel.
Oh man.
Right.
Yep. You know, going back to that, it's kind of turned almost a 180 from what we used to do.
Yeah.
We wanted the smallest tire at the very highest pressure we could have. You know, running 20s at 120 psi. Now they say the biggest tire you can fit, especially on the roadside, the biggest tire you can fit, run that and kind of experiment a little bit with the air pressures.
Right.
Now I run a 28 size tire at 90 psi. If you would have told me I was going to do that even 5 years ago, I would have laughed at you.
Yeah.
But you feel the difference, and there's no sacrifice in speed or efficiency.
Awesome. Good to know. Great information. And guys, if you feel that we've missed something, or you want to chime in with what you use, are you still using tubed and thinking about switching over to tubeless? Are you a tubeless convert like I am? Leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you as far as that goes. If you think we've missed anything, again, chime in. We'll circle back around on a future episode. So, Brandon, I can't thank you enough for joining us once again. We really appreciate it. Guys, there's going to be links down below to all this stuff. They are not affiliate links. We do not get anything if you were to follow a link and make a purchase. They're there for you so you can make an informed decision on the different types of tubes, tires, tubeless tires, the juju that goes inside there, what's going to work best for you. And there's also going to be a link for the bike shop down below. So if you have any additional questions, or you want to give Brandon a call and talk to him because you're feeling lonely, no, please don't do that. But if you have a legitimate bike question, definitely call, And I just don't want Brandon to be harassed. Maybe just a little bit.
I can stand a little harassment.
A little
harassment.
harassing.
Once in a while.
Yeah. So anyways, but seriously, any questions, follow the link. Give the guys down here a call. Everybody's amazing. Everybody's super knowledgeable. So no matter who you talk to, you will get the answers you're looking for, hopefully. I mean, if I called and asked the question on theoretical physics or quantum bridge or something like that, I'm not sure if I'd get a good answer.
Get crickets.
Yeah, so at that point, a made-up answer, which could be entertaining in and of itself. But we know you guys have options, and we really appreciate you supporting the channel by coming back and watching. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. If you felt this video had good educational value, was entertaining, yeah, that's what I think. Hit the like button, all right? And don't forget to hit the bell notification ding-a-ling-a-ling button, so that way whenever a new video comes out, you'll be one of the first ones to know. Remember, guys, always be kind to yourself and others. Be amazing stewards on the trail. And we have to ask, what are you waiting for? Get out, Arizona. Brandon, thanks again for joining us. Really appreciate it. Guys, we'll see you on the next adventure.